What's up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another edition of Spicy Saturday, the show where the teams are made up, that ELO doesn't matter. Today featuring yours truly, and you know, I gotta be honest, this is borderline whether this is considered Spicy Saturday, because Shadow Ursaring is like legit solid this year in this season of the Go Battle League, but it's kind of new, right? It's new to the meta. It's a bear. It's a grizzly bear. It's never really been a thing before, so it's going to be an honorary Spicy Saturday for your boy Rise as we try out Shadow Ursaring in the Go Battle League with Drapion and Talonflame. I'm realizing that this is not sped up, so we're going to go up to 1.5 times speed and get things going. 3 Pokemon that I really enjoy. Drapion and Talonflame I use all the time in the Go Battle League, and Ursaring, first time trying it out, just built it. And now with Swift, right, Ursaring has that bait move along with the hard-hitting close combat. So we're going to see how it does here. We have a tough lead to start things off against this Cobalion. This kind of core breaks our entire team, to be honest. So we got to try and pull off some shenanigans if we're going to win this game. We are going to shield here. Our opponent does give us a sneak, which could do something for us. We are going to go for the CC this time. Hope that they let it go through. He has the Sacred Sword loaded, so I go for the catch attempt. Don't get it. And yeah, this is yikes. We don't even have Aqua Tail, so we can't even hit this Cobalion for any neutral damage. We're forced to throw a crunch at it. Resisted crunch. And Cobalion is absolutely wrecking us right now, but he does swap in the Feraligatr, so that's something. This is going to allow us to get off a crunch for some solid damage here, and we are up a fast attack, so Feraligatr is going to have to throw energy, and now we can use the energy that we have banked on Ursaring to get rid of it. The problem we're currently facing is that the Cobalion has energy, right? So we can't afford to take a Stone Edge on our Talon. I'm getting ready to instant swap, and he comes in with Clefable, and suddenly a win con has opened. Now, I would have lost if I had thrown instantly there on the CMP. I had to make sure, right, I kept energy for the Cobalion. I believe the Cobalion is 2 double kicks away from the Stone Edge, so we got to make sure that we keep energy for it. And now, after this Incinerate, I should have the move, and we just throw immediately, expecting the Cobalion, and that is a G to the G. What looked to be an impossible situation with that Cobalion. Talonflame ended up carrying and delivering the win in the end. So a nice little win to start things off. It's not over until it's over. There we go. Yeah, Ursaring was able to at least get a shield advantage. Then we saved it. And winning the charge attack priority with that high attack stat against the Feraligatr was definitely clutch as well. So, pretty crazy win there. And it was funny, like, I think that was our first game with this team, and we immediately, someone was like, what do you do against the Cobalion lead? And boom, Cobalion lead. So, that was kind of funny. Ursaring into Swampy Boy. Okay, this is where we want to see Swampert, so I'm cool with this. We are going to farm up here. Gonna respect the Hydro Cannon from a Shadow Swampert. That would dish out a ton of damage. So we shield up. We're gonna overfarm. Now it's 5 every time. It used to be 5-4. It's 5 every time now for Swampert. So I throw right before they get to Hydro, and I land the close combat. That's pretty nice. I might look to dip out, and that's exactly what I do. We're gonna save the health we have on Ursaring since we're debuffed. I go straight for the Sludge. No messing around. Guarantee the shield or the damage. Knock out the A9. And everything going perfectly in this battle here. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for this battle to go much better. Landing the close combat, landing the Sludge Wave. And now we're just in a really commanding position. Drapion going to get off double Sludge Bomb. Into matchup. It enjoys against Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz can definitely hold its own here, but I mean, it's a 3-on-1 at this point, right? So I just don't see a way our opponent can really fight their way out of this. We're going to reveal the Talonflame in the back, and these 2 flyers are going to go 1-on-1, but Mandy's already been chipped so much. Talon should be in a good spot. Now, you may be wondering, Rise, why Flame Charge Fly? Don't you sometimes run Fly Brave Bird? Yeah, in Great League, I like to run Fly Brave Bird these days. In the Great League meta, I think Flame Charge, I haven't looked at it too much, but I feel like since matchups tend to take a little bit longer in Ultra League, Flame Charge is kind of nice, and then just having that cheaper Fly. But honestly, Brave Bird makes sense as well. I think Brave Bird Flame Charge is a little bit clunky just because you can't double up with like Brave Bird plus another thing. So like Flame Charge Fly, you can double up on Fly, or Flame Charge Fly and Fly Brave Bird, you can double up Fly plus Brave Bird, which is nice. It's unfortunate if you run Brave Bird Flame Charge, you can't, like, if you Brave Bird, you can't have another move loaded. So I think Brave Bird Flame Charge is kind of dead. I think Flame Charge Fly or Fly Brave Bird are probably my two preferred movesets. Machamp, tough lead here. Kind of beats our entire team. So we're going to safe swap Drapion. Only 4 Karate Chops to every cross chop. So fast. Our opponent swaps in their own Drapion to soak up all this damage, and this is just going to be a nightmare to deal with that Machamp. Still so healthy. We don't have an easy mechanism to take out this Drapion either, so we are fighting from way behind here. Crunch comes through. Opponent's going to fire off an attack here. And we come in with Talonflame here. Unfortunately, the next Incinerate's not even going to knock out, so our opponent's going to get off multiple multiple crunches here. And yeah, yikes. This is looking terrible. We're going down a shield. Machamp comes back. At this stage, I don't know if we're even going to get to see the third Pokemon. We go for Flame Charge. Ramp up our Incinerate damage a little bit. Machamp is just way too spammy for us to deal with here. We actually shield Rock Slide. I didn't think that was really necessary for our opponent to go for Rock Slide, but I guess they felt so. And next Flame Charge. We really need an Incinerate to connect, but no. He was 1 away from Cross Chop here. We need to live the Cross Chop to have a chance. Unfortunately, we don't. And our opponent made sure to hop in the chat to say GG's in their dominant win, where we didn't even see their third Pokemon. What an incredible game that was. So close. Such an amazing game. I'm so thankful and glad that they came directly into my chat to tell me how good that game was. Gene 12 Lucas, the next opponent, Ursaring into Talonflame. And we are going to throw at 7 here. The Swift, the neutral Swift, same type attack bonus. Get that shield. And our opponent does another Incinerate, which lets us get to another Swift. So they're at 4, right? The next Incinerate would put them at 100 energy. So what I do here, I do 2, and I catch on my own Talon. I was hoping this was a Flame Charge, but it ends up being a Fly. So that's still fine. It's neutral. I do respect this. It could potentially be a Brave Bird, so we respect it. And look at that. It is a Brave Bird. The Incinerate knocks out. In comes Gator. Honestly, the opponent probably should have swapped in Gator rather than giving me this head start on energy, because now all of a sudden this is not as comfortable for Alligator. We are actually going to invest a shield. Normally you don't see this. Talonflame investing a shield against Gator. But I am going to shield up Talon, do another Incinerate. Throw Flame Charge here. Swap Urs. In comes Verizion. We don't get off the close combat. That's tough. I come in Talon. Was hoping maybe that I live a Sacred Sword, but that was wishful thinking. We don't live a Sacred Sword. And now this is all up to Drapion. We have to make sure that we bank Sludge plus Crunch to have a chance. And at this point, I know his switch timer's up, so I'm anticipating the swap into Alligator, so I throw instantly. And there we go. And this is going to be the winning play. Throwing instantly, anticipating the swap. And we sludge the Verizion. That looked like a really scary situation. But Drapion, oh, I just touched my mic on accident. That probably made a noise. But anyway, Looked like a very tough situation. Drapion saves the day. Everyone's making some nice contributions on this team. Talonflame came in clutch that one game. Drapion winning that game for us. Ursaring's had some nice moments. Should have one more battle. Let's see. Q time zone. Oh, went too far. Here we go. The bear into the jellyfish. The Squidward. He looks like Squidward, but he's actually supposed to be a jellyfish. So, I don't know what to do with Tentacruel these days. I still call him Squidward. But technically, he's not a squid. He's a jellyfish. We see a move coming through. I'm hoping I can Shadow Claw down here. And he was thinking the same thing. So, he actually swaps Drapion. Unfortunately, this is not like the best looking situation because he's way up on energy. So this is not going to be a comfortable situation to like get rid of this opposing Drapion. We go for Crunch, especially because he has Aqua Tail as well. So he's going to outpace us. And he's going to be able to get to 3 moves here before I can get to my second move. So this Drapion's still going to be quite healthy before we can get rid of it. Another Aqua Tail coming through. I can't really afford to shield this. I don't want to go down my last shield. Going to come in with Ursaring since I have some energy loaded. Going to go for the Swift here. Taylor Swift coming through. Gets the shield. And he swaps Tenta, which gives me this farm down. And I get off this Parting Close Combat. Parting Close Combat knocks out Drape. I'm hoping it's a positive matchup, but no. The entire team was good against Talonflame. And I make a little bit of a misplay here, over-farming too much, because now I have to throw on alignment. Otherwise, I'm going over 100 energy, and I'm giving him an entire free Dragon Tail. So I should have thrown earlier to give myself a chance. If I threw earlier, maybe this was still possible. But because I over-farmed too much, it wasn't happening. G to the G. And there you go. Ursaring goes 3-2. Full disclosure, we had multiple negative sets with this Ursaring with different teams that we were trying out, but this was the one team that we used where we went positive 3-2. So might have just been a skill user issue, not finding success with the Ursaring. Might have been some of the teams we were using maybe weren't the most balanced, and we're seeing some tough matchups. But in the end, we're able to get a positive set with the bear. And Shadow Claw Swift Close Combat is a fun little move set to use. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And all that said, thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.